Okay, Hero.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about, or I want to know about some things
What are those things?
like rituals.
Okay, you and me came from the similar, same from the same land. So, what do you don't know about our rituals?
Yeah, I know. I never participated the rituals in myself except marriage. By person, I go with mostly psychological, scientific based, basic thinking. So that's why, though I had opportunities in my life, I did not participate myself except my marriage. So
Okay.
I just wanted to know in this podcast. I just wanted to know what are the rituals and what is the importance having these rituals in our culture.
Okay, usually rituals vary from region to region,
Yeah.
mostly. And even though we came from India and Indian rituals, you can't put them in like one go.
Oh.
Yeah, and even from our state itself, for different regions we have different rituals. And of course, because of our customs and everything,
Yeah.
every caste will be having different kind of rituals.
Yeah. Okay.
So you can't say like rituals for one particular group is applicable to for the entire India or for the entire state. So
Okay.
it is highly subjective to the group of people and religion and region.
Okay, so it's like that. But if you put it like in a general skeleton, so let's talk about the rituals that goes to the various stages of our life, means human life.
Yeah, we see the rituals at every stage of human life, and there are rituals for every stage. Like if you take birth of a child,
Yeah.
after the birth of a child, of course, everybody celebrates the birth of the child.
Yeah.
And here, we at least for first 9 days of the birth of the child, people are allowed to see him from a distance, but not allowed to touch him.
Okay.
Yeah, this is of course it is a simple reason.
It's like a basic hygiene maintaining.
Yes,
right?
of course it is basic hygiene maintenance. And if you, the father and mother, the very very close relatives of the baby will touch him. But before that, the other people are not allowed to touch him. So once the birth of the child took place, after 9 days, some places it will be 11 days or something like that.
Okay.
And they do the proper cleaning of the baby, and then only they will give the baby to the other relatives to touch him.
Okay.
And after that, other rituals follows.
Okay.
Yeah, these are like simple things to maintain a good thing. Maintain good hygiene and keeping the health of the baby.
So this 11-day thing is like a ritual.
Yes, of course, it is. It is.
So rituals we.
And also during those 11 days, I told you like on 9th day or 11th day, they do the holy bath or something like that. During that, they add some turmeric and some kind of things.
Okay.
So that will keep the baby health up, something like that. They do that.
Okay, so that means that rituals is a very important part of our life.
Yes, of course. And of course, after that, like they name the baby in a temple or in their own house.
Okay.
That reminds me, there is a funny thing they do. Once the baby grew up, like once he is able to crawl,
Yeah.
I'm not sure at what age they do, but around like 11 months or 12 months.
At the baby crawling age.
Yes, around that time, they do some celebration saying
Okay.
that they keep different items
Okay.
and each item represent a profession.
Okay. Yeah.
So, or like it symbolizes something,
Okay.
not exactly a profession. So what they put is that they put some coins and they put some books, and they put some
musical, whatever.
musical instrument,
Yeah.
those kind of stuff,
Yeah.
and keep the baby at a particular distance,
Yeah.
and ask the baby to crawl towards these.
Okay.
If he chooses one of them, like he will obviously choose one of them. Like if he chooses coins, that means he will earn a lot of money in the future.
Okay. This
Yeah,
like
that's a kind of funny like future prediction or something like that.
okay.
Even though there is no logic to this,
Yeah.
people do that.
So this is also kind of a ritual.
Yes, yes, and of course, in my culture and these things, for every aspect of baby growth, like whenever he started crawling,
Yeah.
what they do is that they distribute sweets. Like there is a sweet flat bread.
Okay.
We call it as arisa,
Okay. Okay.
and we distributed them when the baby crawls.
Okay.
And if he laughs, we distribute some money to the other people
Okay.
for every step of the growth.
So you guys are celebrating.
Yes, yes, but those celebrations are not very huge.
Okay.
We do that.
Okay. So it's basically, by definition, as I understand from your thing, rituals is like it starts some centuries ago,
Yeah.
and then when the scientific advancements are not there,
Yeah, of course, I
Yeah.
agree with that. So
and then rituals can help humans to progress.
yes, of course, and that reminds me of one more thing. In another religion, like in Christianity, they do the baptism, I guess.
Yeah, they do that.
Baptization.
Yeah, baptization. Yeah.
Yeah, baptization. They do that on the birth of like a child. I asked one of my Christian friend,
Yeah.
and he told me that at some period of time there were a lot of child deaths.
Okay. Yeah.
So as a psychological thing, if they devote the baby to the God, then God will protect him.
It's like a positive vibes.
Yes, it's like a positive vibes.
Okay.
Yeah. So these rituals are everywhere, but I'm mostly familiar with these kind of cultures I encounter.
Yeah. Okay. So then we can go to this before marriage. Something people do, right? In
Yes,
Brahman or some other things.
like I said earlier, it's not all the Indians are like all the group of people follow one kind of ritual.
Yeah.
In some group of people, they do some ritual called Upanayana.
Okay.
So what they do is that they put some thread around you, like it
So you
is.
wear the thread.
Yes, yes, it's a white thread, and so.
And then they do like they give some kind of mantra, guys.
Yes, of course, and there is some maintenance.
Okay.
You have to follow those. There are some things.
Okay.
So whenever you remove it or whenever you wear it, you have to follow some procedure. And also whenever you going for like washroom or taking a shit or something,
Yeah.
you have to.
You follow the basic hygiene.
Yeah, there are some rules to whenever you wear that, you have to take care of some things.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is to remind you like what you are and which group you belong to.
Okay. Okay.
So that prevents the people to not to do some things.
Okay. Okay.
So
So you are kind of restricted, and its
Yes.
reminder is your thread.
yes, yeah, that's mainly the focus of that Upanayanam and those things.
Okay.
And of course, it has many of these. It has many advantages also, but it always tells you who you are.
It's like a psychological intact state.
Yes, of course. Yes, if you are having a marriage ring on your finger, that reminds you are married all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a reminder of the restrictions or belong to certain kind of ritual.
Yes, yes.
Okay, then we can go to marriage. In marriage, I mean, I understand also that marriage can be we cannot put marriage in a one go also. Like in India, you have a lot of states and different cultures, different religions, all these things, and then Yeah, but according to, I mean, you belong to Hindu religion, right?
Yes, yes.
According to that, so what is the psychological or what is the basis of this marriage ritual? Marriage is also called a ritual, right?
Yes, of course, you
Yeah.
can call it.
Yeah.
So,
It's a big event.
yes, of course, it's a big event and it has a lot of rituals.
Okay.
And like you said, Bengalis, Hindu, Telugu people,
Mm.
Kerala people, all these people have different kind of things.
Okay.
And you definitely agree marriage is a big industry in India.
Yeah.
And
Mm.
but personally,
Mm.
the low cost marriage is like not low cost,
Mm.
but I like
A simple marriage.
Yeah, a simple marriage is like Kerala people marriage.
Oh, okay.
They do it on like I am not sure, but it will be like only one day,
Okay.
hardly one day. But
Yeah.
there are a lot of preparations before that day.
Okay.
So they gather, they do all the kinds of rituals in a temple with the very close relatives, hardly around 30 or 40 people,
Okay.
and there will be a public gathering.
Okay.
That's for like all the close friends, all the friends, and all the public people.
Yeah.
So, and the items in their food is like a completely standard template.
Okay. Mm.
So there will be like they put payasas or something, those kind of thing.
Okay.
This is mostly it will not cost much money.
Okay. Mm.
So
Mm.
unlike our weddings,
Mm.
so in our weddings we
It's a very
put
costly
lot of-
affair.
Yes, it's a costly affair.
Mm.
Yeah, and there are lot of rituals in marriage.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have much time to go one by one
Yeah.
in detail.
Mm.
But I would like to ask two things
Mm.
in the marriage. One is thali
Yeah.
in our in Telugu marriages.
Yes. Yes.
What is the signification of that? Is there any psychological basis or a scientific basis beyond that?
At least the design in our religion, it has like 2 pendants or dollars, right?
Yeah, it's a kind of pendants. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a kind of pendants.
Yeah.
So one represents the birthplace of the like family, birth family,
Okay.
parent family of the
Maternal family.
maternal family.
Mm. Other one is like a in-laws family.
Yes.
Mm.
So that's the
That is the
symbol.
significance.
That's the symbol, and of course in Bengali people they wear sindoor,
Okay. Yeah.
and they have a bangle around their
Okay.
right.
Yeah, I don't know this one. Okay.
Yeah, right hand. Like
Okay.
they have symbols.
Okay. Mm.
Hmm.
Yeah, and also
Like-
there is one more metalu, right?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
have,
It's a kind of silver item or gold item, whatever
Yeah.
it is. A small ring they put on one of the finger, on your
Two
foot
fingers, yeah.
Two fingers, yes.
Mm.
Yeah. So
So-
that is, I'm not sure, but I had somewhere that like you like to prevent or
To reduce the
to reduce the sex drive of females,
yeah, libido, sex libido, yes.
something like
Yeah.
that. I'm not sure how.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also heard that one, but I don't know how far it is to
I'm
scientifically.
not sure about this. I'm not sure about this scientific evidence,
Okay.
but yeah.
But this is definitely signifying for the marriage.
Yeah.
If you see a girl wearing this metalu, that means that she is married.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are
Mm.
in different cultures there are symbols
Okay.
to say like
The
she
married.
is married.
Mm. Okay, so yeah, then we can go to the terminal point, death.
Yeah.
It's a lot of, it's a rich in rituals,
Yeah.
this death, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Mhm. So what's your take on, what's your analysis on this one?
Yeah. First, of course, if you have a death in your family,
Mhm.
those initial days were like horrible.
Yeah,
You can't take the thing like one of the person in your family is no more.
yeah.
So
Because the person who is dead is always connected to the, not only to you, but also to other people in the family who are living, right?
yes, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
So there is one ritual, there is one custom
Mhm.
that like the closer relatives to that family,
Mm.
the members who are living in that house,
Yeah.
they are not
You
supposed
mean the immediate family members?
immediate family members.
Mm.
They are not supposed to do any kind of household works.
Okay. Mm.
They have to take the help from the other relatives.
Okay. Mm.
So it makes sense actually, like because
They are already in the grief. Yeah.
Yes, they are already grief. If you are in a grief,
So you do
like
the law.
you don't pay interest to like to make food or eat or
Yeah, exactly,
something.
exactly. So that can be harmful also if you make food at that kind of grief also.
Yes.
Yeah, and then they do 11-day thing also, right?
Yeah.
I cannot understand what is this about.
I'm also not sure about why there are 11 days.
Okay.
I have that like in my particular culture.
Yeah,
For my group of people, it is 11 days.
yeah.
For Brahmins,
It's
it
a
is
more.
something like 16 days or something.
Okay.
It varies.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about why there is a particular number.
Is it something related to soul?
No, it's not related to soul.
Aha. Okay.
So I am not sure about it.
Okay.
But for all those 11 days,
Mm.
the soul will be in the. It roam around the family members.
Okay.
That too with the person who is doing these rituals.
Mm.
There are some death rituals one person has to do.
Okay.
So the soul will be with him all the time.
Okay. So
During those 11 days.
So let's say that a person died.
Yeah.
The son of that person who is
Mm.
doing the all the rituals is like a main lead. The
Yeah,
soul of that
and
person will be that guy.
Yes.
Okay.
So and of course the person who is doing the rituals,
Yeah.
it is also subject to region to region.
Yeah.
Like if that person has a brother
Yeah.
and that person, that younger brother,
Mm.
that younger brother will do that rituals.
Yeah.
Even though that person has like sons, there will be a choice either
Okay. Yeah.
the first son of this person or
Yeah.
the
Mm.
brother of that person.
So whatever I heard is like if a family head
Yeah.
who is a male dies,
Mm.
like father die, and then if he has like two sons,
Mm.
the older one guy goes to mainly for doing the rituals.
Yes.
If the mother dies, and that goes to the younger son that do the mainly.
Yeah.
Is it correct, right?
Yes, of course, of course.
Yeah.
So all the rituals will be done by the first son of the
Yeah.
father,
A father. Yeah.
and even the other persons are also doing.
Yeah.
The father might or might not take that. What is that? He will not receive. That father will not receive those offerings.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So only the first son, if he is doing, then
So that
only he
means
will
that
receive.
he is qualified to do that.
Yeah, he is qualified naturally. Like
Mm.
in most of the cases,
Mm.
the father loves the first son mostly
Okay.
because he
Yeah.
carries the lineage.
Yeah. True.
Mm.
True.
And whereas in some cases, in the mother case, if the mother dies,
Yeah.
the younger person has to do that
Mm.
because usually most of the family,
Mm.
the mother loves the younger guy.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, and one thing also I don't understand. They do the death anniversary, right? After 12 months.
Yes, exactly. Like in some group of people,
Mm.
they note down the particular tidhi.
Mm.
Tidhi means like
It's like a time, yeah, auspicious time. Yeah.
Auspicious time.
Yeah.
So whenever that particular tidhi comes in the next year,
Okay.
they do the rituals again.
Okay. Mm.
Yeah, and in some cases they don't follow.
Okay.
What they do is that they choose the Amavasya. What do you call it?
It is like a lunar moon or something. Amavasya is like a darkest moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, but then they also do this death anniversary, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like
yes.
remembering of the dead.
Yes, yes, yes. In some cases, like in my particular case, like we have to do the ritual for every month in the
Okay.
first year, first year of the death.
Okay. So it's like 12 times you do.
Yes.
Okay.
We have to do it like 12 times in the year.
And the last thing is the final thing.
Yes.
Okay.
And the last after that we have to do it for every year.
Okay. It's not like 12 times, like one time. Once a
Yeah.
year. Okay.
Yeah. So they I asked the priest why this is kind of
Why you
have
got
to
all
do
this
this.
kind of some kind of explanation.
Yes, the explanation he gave is that you for the first year of the death, the soul lives in like Pitraloka.
Okay.
So in Pitraloka, the timeline is like that. Like our 30 days is like 1 day there.
Okay.
So if you are doing the ritual, then he will receive that ritual.
All the offerings.
All the offerings.
Yeah.
He will
Like 12
receive
offerings.
12 offerings.
Yeah.
So he stays there for 12 days. That's why you have to do like every month. After
Yeah.
that, he will go to like heaven or hell according to his karma.
Yeah.
There it is like 1 day of hell or heaven. Here is like 1 year.
1 year. Okay.
So that's why we do the ritual for every year.
Every year. Yeah. I think in a nutshell, what we say is like we have a lot of rituals in our culture,
Yeah.
from birth to death. And some of the rituals keep us very hygiene, keep us psychologically intact, this and that. It's like a very positive, progressive stuff. Some rituals are like we don't know the scientific and psychological explanation behind them. For example, death. It's rich in rituals, but we don't have any clue about the scientific basis or the psychological basis. I mean, there are some psychological basis, but scientific basis we don't know, because after death the subject matter goes to the soul, and nobody knows what is soul. I mean, people cannot see that, at least.
Yeah, of course, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Because I usually ask my father,
Yeah.
he recently passed away, but whenever I ask about a death ritual, he will immediately say like, at this age, you are not supposed to talk about these things. This is a kind of taboo topic for you,
Yeah.
so don't talk about. So
Yeah.
I don't know much about the rituals in death,
Yeah.
the logics behind those.
Yeah. I mean, there is no scientific basis, because the soul is not scientifically proven.
Yeah, of course.
So that's why we cannot have a scientific basis after death about the rituals.
Yeah.
But it has definitely psychological implications, because you do all this, you follow all these rituals for you to be back to life again.
Yes.
Like a strong psychosis. It will otherwise the psychosis can immerse you. Then you become like a very attached to the dead person. Then you will have a hard time to come back to your normal life.
Yeah.
So I think all these kind of rituals help you to get back to your own life as soon as possible.
Sure.
Yeah. We can conclude here.
Yep.